What's up and welcome back. Today we have a lot to discuss. We got the PlayStation Showcase coming very soon this week, Thursday, and there's a lot of rumors and speculation and alleged leaks happening all over the internet regarding this event. I want to talk about some of the stuff that's happening there. I also wanted to go over an FF16 update as well as a possible Forspoken update. I don't know how I feel about it just yet, but it's looking promising. Now let's get started with this PlayStation Showcase rumor that's going around, and it's a pretty big one. There's a lot surrounding this, and it's coming from a source that would have ties within the industry, and especially with PlayStation. So this comes from VGC, titled PlayStation Showcase. People are gonna lose their effing minds, claims God of War creator. So according to God of War creator and Twisted Metal co-creator David Jaffe, who claimed in a video stream on Friday that he heard that the PlayStation's first-party studios would be there with flying colors during the September 9th event. In a separate tweet, Jaffe claimed that one possible PlayStation game announcement was badass and people are gonna lose their effing minds. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. So in quotes, he says, "I'm not going to say what I know is going to be at the PlayStation Showcase next week, but here's what I can tell you," Jaffe said on his YouTube channel. "I'm not going to tell you what's going to be there, and I don't know everything, but I know a handful of things, and you won't be disappointed if you're looking for the traditional great first-party PlayStation. That's going to be there with flying colors, and I'm so excited to see the people's response to it. I haven't even seen what I'm talking about, but I'm very proud and excited for all of Sony's people." And obviously, that's kind of where my mind was when I was thinking about it. I said, no way, they've been silent for so long. They definitely have to have a blowout show. Goes on to say, people are speculating that God of War Ragnarok, or whatever they're going to call it, is going to be there. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I don't know anything about that, he said. What I will tell you, though, is that I'm hearing from people in the know that the game is 40 hours. They're aiming for 40 hours of gameplay. Following the publication of video, Jaffe wrote on Twitter, "Just found out about a new PlayStation game they are making. No idea when it gets revealed. Maybe next week, maybe not. But just know when it does, people are gonna lose their effing minds." Badass. So yeah, there's a lot around here, right? Specifically when we talk about this bit about God of War being 40 hours. That's a lot of time for a God of War game. 40 hours, and we know that they put out quality, so I expect that it's going to be a quality 40 hours. Now, does that mean that it's 40 hours total completion, or does that mean 40 hours of just canon main story gameplay? That's hard to say, but it's looking interesting, and I think we are going to see something about God of War Ragnarok. I'd be shocked if we heard absolutely nothing. I'd be disappointed if we didn't hear anything. I'd put money on it that we're going to see God of War PS5 or God of War Ragnarok, whatever they're going to call it. And then there's this other game that he's talking about that he just found out about, and I don't even know where to begin with that. I don't know what they could be talking about because there are so many rumors about different games in the works over at PlayStation that we don't know about that are going to be super exciting. For example, Silent Hill, Metal Gear Solid Remake. We got this alleged AAA Japanese studio that they formed, that they are making games that are going to be on the level of Monster Hunter and Devil May Cry, etc. You get the idea. So there's so much that it could be that I wouldn't even bother diving down this rabbit hole that we could talk about all day on the possibilities. But overall, what I walk away from this is that this is going to be that like upper level massive showcase that we've been waiting for a long time for, and honestly, we deserve it. Sony should be showing us a lot, because if you're showing us an average showcase, it's not enough, and it's not okay, because you guys have been quiet for so long and we know nothing about what's happening further on into 2023 and obviously 2022 with all the games being pushed there. What was originally going to come out in 2022 after all, since we didn't actually know much about that year anyway. But let's get into our next topic, and this is a massive one too, of course. They all are. They all seem to be, at least. And this next topic is all about Infamous and how it's going to get a rumored, I guess, remaster. I'm not sure what they're looking for exactly, but essentially, special_Nick says, okay, please take this one with a grain of salt because it's one of the things I couldn't get confirmed. But because I like the series, I'm hoping it's true, but there's a chance we could see Infamous make a return at Sony's showcase. Fingers crossed. And then somebody retweeted him and says, or quote tweeted him and says, Infamous project rumored getting announced at the upcoming PlayStation showcase. Infamous, the game, domain updated by Sucker Punch are something of for a PS5 game. Now that sentence structure threw me off a little bit, but basically what has happened, it was updated on June 29th, 2021, and it expires on the 22nd. Now, granted, this could just be one of those situations where it's going to just get updated on a regular basis. We know Killzone's website shut down, and that's something that they're probably not going to touch for the foreseeable future. But Infamous, people are speculating that this could be something major. This could be something that is signifying that, or signaling that there could be some sort of remaster or collection that could be coming for the PS5, or maybe a whole new PS5 game. We know that most of Sony's teams now are working on 2 projects at a time, so this could very well be that second project. Do I believe that that's the case? I don't know. I don't take this as definitely to be the case, because it's circumstantial evidence, right, at the end of the day. And Nick, while he has been right on a lot of stuff, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean we should just run with this right away, as there isn't much evidence out there for this. Although I could see a collection if they plan on bringing this IP back, but in terms of it just being a whole new game that they're going to show off, unlikely, especially not at this showcase, I don't think. But if I'm wrong, I'll be gladly surprised about it, for sure. So on to our next topic, and this is all about Final Fantasy XVI. Guys, Final Fantasy XVI, big project. I'm waiting for it to make its appearance at the PlayStation Showcase. At least I hope it is, because, man, we have not heard anything about this or seen anything about this in quite some time. So I'm just on edge, just waiting for this. If it's not at the PS5 showcase, it's going to be at Square Enix's showcase at TGS. I'm hoping that is the case. So Yoshi P also says both Endwalker and FF16 are both working towards completion and to look forward to what's to come. This was all translated by @Atai Kimochi. If you know, we have used her translations many, many times. So she says, in either case, FF14 and FF16 will both be completed with the utmost care, so we hope for your support from here on out. She says the context is he's referring to how sometimes there's bugs in the game on launch that were perhaps overlooked, but he is assuring us that the team is doing their best to make sure they deliver a completed product that is of utmost quality. And of course, we know that that's something that Square Enix strives for. Usually their games are pretty well polished for the most part, and I would hope that this is another case like that. Like FF7 Remake, aside from the texture issues that it had, I was very happy with it. Now, this isn't much news, obviously. This is just kind of like a interview, and they translated it, and there's not too much nitty-gritty detail there, but we do know there's 2 events coming up, and we know that they haven't shown anything recently, so we're hoping PS5 showcase. If it's not there, Square Enix TGS showcase, because that's going to be an hour long. They surely have to have something for us there. I truly believe that could be the case, and I'm sure a lot of people out there also agree with me, or we're wishful thinking is what we're trying to will it into existence, or wish it into existence, basically. And of course, Endwalker as well being a huge deal. We want to see more of that as well, although that is releasing this year. Now, lastly, on the note of Square Enix, right, because we've been talking about Square Enix, we have an interesting Instagram post. Let's get to it. Ella Balinska, if you guys remember, she is doing the acting and the voice acting for Forspoken's protagonist. And she says in this picture that she's posted, @Forspoken content pending. Now, what do we know, guys? What do we know about Forspoken and, you know, it's showing and what we've seen so far? We know that they wanted to reveal more by summer's end, at least based on the discussions they've had at these events and stuff. So it's got to be at the PS5 showcase. If not, then the TGS showcase. I think one of the two, more likely because it is one of those showings for the PS5. I could totally see it being at the PlayStation showcase. This along with Final Fantasy, but in the event that Final Fantasy isn't there and that's pushed to TGS, I think we are going to get Forspoken there. It makes a lot of sense for it to be there. It is one of those situations where we don't know for sure, right? Like, there's so many questions in the air with all of this, and truthfully, a lot of this is speculation. Some of this is people's words that are in the industry and are in the know, so we kind of just assume that to a degree it's got to be pretty reliable. So that's the way I feel about that. But this pretty much wraps up everything we know up until now. And this is all the greatest news out there at the moment. There's not too much going on, but we know that when Thursday hits, it's going to be just a flood of information. I think it's going to be a massive showcase. I think it's going to be a massive success. So I definitely think you should not miss it, which again, we will be streaming that here on the YouTube. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know what you are looking forward to at this PlayStation Showcase. What do you think of all these rumors and speculation and alleged leaks that people are spreading about this PlayStation Showcase? Do you think any of these are true, or what are your hopes to see for this? What do you think of this Forspoken situation? Do you think this is a hint at what we could see soon? Let me know in the comments, and as always, if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description, and share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.